Welcome to the Week 9 edition of the Davidson Football Coaches Corner. I'm Jake Eisenberg alongside Davidson Football head coach Scott Abell. As always, we're powered by J.J. Wade and Associates. Coach, this past weekend up at Marist, a double overtime loss, 48-41. Now 4 straight games, really close, one-score games. What was your takeaway this weekend?
Well, as you sit back and you, after we've evaluated and watched film, I mean, there's so many really good things that we can take away from the game. The way we got stepped on the field, right, ready to compete on the road against a program that has really had our number. So really excited to see that. The part that frustrates us is that we certainly had that game in hand. We felt like as we approached into the third quarter, we felt like we were in control, and to see it kind of slip away from us. And what we need to learn is, especially on the road, understanding the importance of finishing a job. And that comes with experience. And we just, the more we do it, hopefully we learn a little something each time, take something from it, so we're a little prepared the next time.
Davidson was up 34-23 after 3 quarters. A really great first half, a little bit of a step back in the second half. What do you think was the biggest difference?
Well, I say this a lot. Other teams prepare, other teams work hard too, right? And so, I think, for us, I think as we get going late in games, we got to find that magic formula to be able to continue to try to get some fresh legs there. We get worn down a little bit, and we're always a younger team on the field right now. Every time we step on the field, no matter who we've played this year, we've been the younger team, and so that's a disadvantage as you head into the second half.
So what's something with the youth that you have that you teach those players to prepare them for games like that? Well,
you show them the film. Right, you show them the mistakes that we made, and how do we correct those, right? And and then you find those moments that we could have maybe even had a little bigger advantage than we had going into the fourth quarter, right? If you have an opportunity to have a 17-point lead going in the fourth quarter, well, that's what we should have, not an 11-point lead. Okay, that no lead is big enough, and so we will develop that. It's kind of that mentality of how do we finish off someone that I think is not created overnight. I know so many people think it is, but it's not. That's something that is created with each game, and you have to win more of those and you lose to really develop that.
One of the bigger positives to take away from Saturday has been the success of the running game. That's been the course over the entire season. We talked last week about the records that this program has set on Saturday, over 400 yards, and it was a career game for Wesley Duggers, 4 rushing touchdowns. What kind of an individual performance is that for him?
Yeah, it certainly had a fantastic day, he's just he's a hard runner, right? He's built for our offense, and credit to our guys up front and to paving the way for him, and to Tyler, who made a lot of really good decisions. Tyler's playing at a high level for our offense and giving us an opportunity to move the football and score. We'd like to continue some of those explosive plays late into the game, like we were having early in the game, and we've got to figure out offensively how to do that, right? How to continue that momentum throughout 4 quarters. But it's easier said than done. We play a physical brand of football, and that mentality is not always easy to keep for 4 quarters. We have to develop that, and that will be something we really focus on as we finish this season. How do we develop that mentality for 4 quarters?
This team is 5-3 now on the season, 2-3 in Pioneer League play. You're 8 games in your first season as head coach at Davidson. What's something that you've learned about yourself as a coach? Well,
I think probably the biggest thing that I'm one part of 99 to 102 people, give or take, who all we add into that with our staff, our players, and that, I'm only as good as the guys that are beside me, in front of me, and behind me. And I think the more I do this as a coach, the more that really resonates with you. That we are only as good as the people that we associate ourselves with. And so our success really comes down to really the guys that are involved in our program, our players, our assistants, and I'm just one part of it.
A good Hatters team coming into Richardson Stadium. What do you make of them?
Yeah, well, much improved program, right? They're a program that has somewhat struggled. They're a program that has beat us here recently, but of the PFL, they've struggled, and to see them turn around, what a tremendous job their coaching staff has done, and their kids buying into it, and they're playing good football. But if you look at just like our scores and our week, every game they've played in since they've entered the league has been close, and it's a nail biter, just like ours. And so, it's going to be another full quarter war, and that's the only way to learn how to win these games is to be in them. So yeah, we'll get ourselves ready for it, and I'm excited for it. And so if any local alumni are here or people coming in town, you're going to see a great game Saturday. Two teams that are really on the rise in our league. Two teams are excited about their program, and I expect a full quarter war just like we've seen these last 3 or 4 weeks.
Also this Saturday at Richardson Stadium, it's Parents and Families Day, and it's also a red out, so be sure to show up wearing red at Richardson Stadium on Saturday. Coach, thanks as always for your time. Best of luck against Stetson.
Thanks, Jake.
If you can't make it to Richardson Stadium on Saturday, you can watch the game at DavidsonWildcats.com, or you can listen live on the Davidson Radio Network. As always, you can follow along on Twitter at DavidsonFB. For the Davidson Football Coaches Corner, I'm Jake Eisenberg. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next week.